In an alternate version of Japan, a unique population exists whose ancestors were spirits. Fujitsuki, a human woman known for her composed demeanor, secures her first job in an office. While on her way to work, she encounters Himuro, a young man whose feet are trapped in ice. Himuro reveals that he is a descendant of the Snow Woman's spirit and possesses the power of ice magic. But his anxiety about starting a new job has caused his feet to freeze. Fujitsuki extends her kindness by sharing tea with him until the ice melts, and unknowingly, Himuro starts developing feelings for her. Coincidentally, both Fujitsuki and Himuro are hired by the same company, alongside Sajima, a fellow human Komori, a descendant of the fox spirit. As Fujitsuki acquaints herself with her colleagues, she discovers that Himuro has a fondness for flowers and cats, but refrains from getting close to them due to his freezing powers. Determined to help him, Fujitsuki surprises Himuro the following day with straw packaging and protective measure against frost, and a collection of her cat's whiskers. Unintentionally, this act sparks Himuro's affection for her, resulting in an accidental snowstorm that engulfs the office, although Fujitsuki remains oblivious to his feelings. The company announces an upcoming trip to Okinawa to welcome new employees. However, Himuro displays an unexplained reluctance to join the excursion, leaving his colleagues puzzled. Himuro worries his excitement will cause a snowstorm, ruining the trip for everyone. Fujitsuki makes him a surf drum so can practice being at the beach without freezing. Himuro trains until he can control his powers, but at the beach almost causes storms anyway due to everything he finds cute about Fujitsuki, and while sightseeing with her accidentally makes it snow. Fujitsuki learns Himuro hates hot weather as it can melt him. The next morning brings a heat wave and Himuro goes missing. Worried, Fujitsuki searches and finds him hiding in the shade, discovering that when he melts, he physically shrinks and now resembles a child version of himself. If he melts further, you will become a baby, so Fujitsuki buys ice cream to make him cold again. Fujitsuki admits she finds his child form adorable and strokes his hair, but he returns to adult size so fast it flusters them both, though Fujitsuki is confused by her own feelings. Later, while photographing fireworks, it is revealed Fujitsuki had taken a photo of child Himuro, but keeps this a secret from him. Himuro and Fujitsuki learn they might be transferred to different departments, but are relieved when they are sent to the same office, along with Sojima and Komori, causing Himuro to freeze the office repeatedly. Deciding to show gratitude for helping him and Okinawa, Himuro decides to ask Fujitsuki to dinner. At the restaurant, Fujitsuki suspects they are on a real date but is too nervous to ask. Himuro is likewise nervous, and since neither can think what to talk about, the date comes off awkward and abruptly ends when Himuro claims he enjoyed the date and promptly faints from the heat of his own blushing. The next day, Himuro overhears Fujitsuki tell Komori she likes Himuro but knows nothing personal about him. He asks to exchange phone numbers with her, surprising her, but she begins sending him pictures of her cat Nayamaro. It is revealed Fujitsuki now uses the photo of child Himuro as her phone background, but hides this from him. The next day in the office, Himuro meets a man he knows called Katori, also descended from a spirit. Katori, a descendant of the Phoenix, is Himuro's childhood friend, and has just been hired as a salesman. Fujitsuki invites Himuro to the movies to see a cat-themed children's film, and he agrees, wondering if this is another date. They are both so excited and they struggle to sleep that night. At the movies, unbeknownst to them, Sojima and Katori are present but watching a different film. Fujitsuki cries over the film and is curious what happens when Himuro cries, but he insists this is secret. The next day, both Himuro and Fujitsuki have to work late and are alone in the office, which Himuro freezes. Meanwhile, Sojima and Komori end up having dinner with Katori and his manager of Tanishi. Sojima reveals seeing Himuro and Fujitsuki at the movies, causing speculation they are dating secretly. Fearing Fujitsuki is bored, Himuro suggests they play games to pass the time. Fujitsuki decides to stay longer even after her work is finished. They end up getting dinner together, causing another snowstorm in the office. Meanwhile, their friends wonder exactly what happened while they were working late. Himuro enters a competition to win 2 collectible kitten plates. Komori finds it inconvenient her ears and tail sometimes pop out. Sojima suggests she leave them visible, revealing he thinks they are cute. Fujitsuki enters the same contest as Himuro. Komori begins collecting toys from sweet boxes, but someone begins leaving extra toys for her. She later discovers it was Sojima who indirectly confesses to her, causing her to develop a crush on him. Himuro realizes he won't collect enough points to win the plates, so Fujitsuki gives him her points too, and they take 1 plate each. Katori fears he is upset at Tanishi. Fujitsuki is certain it is because he keeps making childish love confessions. Katori is relieved when Tanishi is not angry, but reveals to Himuro he really loves of Tanishi. Fujitsuki suggests he find a more serious way to confess. Katori practices a serious confession to Fujitsuki, so Himuro jealously freezes him in ice. Fujitsuki wonders what it might have been like to be childhood friends with Himuro, making him freeze the office again. Their boss and descendant of the Buddha unexpectedly gives Himuro 2 tickets to a cat-themed amusement park. Fujitsuki agrees to attend the park with Himuro, causing another snowstorm. Himuro tries to plan the visit in advance and is helped by Komori, a frequent visitor to the park. Fujitsuki, oblivious to it being a date, also invites Komori, who panics and invites Sejima. Himuro enters an icy depression as the date is now a double date. At the park, Fujitsuki and Himuro help a lost child, so Komori and Sejima go on ahead, hoping Fujitsuki and Himuro will have a real date once alone. However, Komori and Sejima quickly realize this leaves them alone on their own awkward date. Fujitsuki and Himuro spend all day together, including dinner and several snowstorms, and end up at a souvenir shop. Fujitsuki suggests by matching coffee mugs, and Himuro is so emotional from the whole day, he almost confesses his love, only for Komori and Sejima to reappear at the crucial moment. After watching a parade and fireworks, everyone returns home on the train, on which Himuro falls asleep with Fujitsuki watching him. At their homes, Fujitsuki and Himuro both contemplate that they have mugs and plates from matching sets together. Fujitsuki is interested in a Halloween-themed iced coffee. Himuro buys 4 so Fujitsuki can try it with Sejima and Komori, but back at the office finds Fujitsuki also bought 4 so Himuro could try it. They find this funny and share the extras with Katori's group. The company president, a descendant of the Nararian spirit, decides to host a Halloween party with a 100,000 yen prize for best group costume. It is decided everyone will dress as pumpkins, though Fujitsuki is disappointed the pumpkin costumes are sold out. While looking for other costumes, Fujitsuki finds high-class vampire costumes and Himuro nearly freezes the shop. The night of the party, Fujitsuki is kept late by her clients. Katori forgets the costumes he made for himself and a Tanashi, so they improvise with paper to become Egyptian mummies. Fujitsuki pranks Himuro with fake blood so he embarrassingly freezes himself solid. Seeing Himuro dressed up, Fujitsuki is flustered by how he looks, and the two remain awkward the entire party. Katori and the Tanashi win the prize, but share it with Fujitsuki and the group on dinner at an expensive restaurant. Himuro ends up walking Fujitsuki home still in her costumes. With Christmas approaching, Himuro buys snowflake earrings for Fujitsuki. Komori wins a Christmas ski trip and invites Sejima, Himuro, and Fujitsuki. Himuro is thrilled to be asked to teach Fujitsuki to ski until he realizes he doesn't actually know how to teach, since for him, skiing is an innate skill he knew without having to learn. Komori teaches Fujitsuki instead, depressing Himuro. Reaching the ski lodge, Himuro reveals he has a little sister, Yukimi, a model and minor internet celebrity who by coincidence works part-time at the lodge. Fujitsuki learns Snow Woman descendants have notoriously short tempers with each other as Himuro and Yukimi argue constantly. But Yukimi is happy Himuro is fitting in at work and has made friends. Completely charmed by Fujitsuki, Yukimi declares she is in love, causing an instant jealous blizzard from Himuro. Later after dinner, Himuro gives Fujitsuki her gift, a warm kitten blanket, revealing he changed his mind about the earrings, afraid they were too personal a gift for coworkers. Returning home, Fujitsuki is happy she saw how Himuro acts with his family. Himuro hopes to take Fujitsuki skiing again next year and thanks a confused Yukimi for help. With Christmas over, the president announces a long holiday. Fujitsuki notices Himuro has cold hands and holds his hand to warm them up. Himuro causes a blizzard that covers the whole street. Everyone joins a video call to celebrate the new year together, though Fujitsuki is embarrassed when everyone sees she wears her high school gym clothes as pajamas. After arranging to visit a shrine on New Year's Day, everyone leaves the call until only Himuro and Fujitsuki are left, and they watch the midnight countdown together. Himuro has an ominous dream the next year will be full of bad luck. Komori does not attend the shrine due to visiting her parents. Fujitsuki arrives in kimono, followed quickly by Himuro's blizzard. Everyone becomes separated, Sejima alone, Katori and Otanashi to the food stalls in Fujitsuki, and Himuro to the shrine where they accidentally hold hands again, trying not to be separated. Komori appears as a shrine maiden, revealing her parents own the shrine. She is disappointed she can't be with everyone, but cheers up when Sejima buys her protective charm, while praying Himuro wishes to still be with Fujitsuki next year. Fujitsuki's wish is not revealed as it is Fujitsuki's birthday. Soon Himuro is determined to give her the snowflake earrings he didn't give her for Christmas. Severe rain cancels the trains, so the ladies share a hotel room while the men sleep at Katori's apartment nearby. Komori and Otanashi tease each other over Sejima and Katori, causing Fujitsuki to confess she has never been in love. This amuses Otonashi and Komori as it is obvious she's in love with Himuro. At Katori's apartment, a similar situation amuses Katori and Sejima, as Himuro is obviously in love with Fujitsuki. The next day, Himuro overhears Fujitsuki has birthday plans with her parents and decides to give her the earrings at work, but is constantly forwarded by interruptions. During their walk home, he accidentally freezes the river and trees into a winter wonderland, which Fujitsuki finds beautiful, so he finally gives her. Himuro loves them so much, she wears them to dinner with her parents and promises to get something just as special for Himuro's birthday. Himuro is later seen alone practicing his love confession. Komori overhears Himuro is moving someone into his apartment, but is confused isn't Fujitsuki until Himuro explains he plans to rescue a stray cat near his apartment. Fujitsuki volunteers to help and shows him a trick to befriending cats. Unfortunately, Fujitsuki spots a poster revealing the cat is a missing pet, so they return him to his owner. Himuro is so depressed, Fujitsuki invites him to her apartment at the weekend to spend time with her cat Mayamuro, cheering him up instantly. Just stepping inside Fujitsuki's apartment causes a blizzard of ultra-fine snowflakes called diamond dust, a sign Himuro is blissfully happy. After an awkward moment where they accidentally touch hands, the moment is ruined when Yukimi arrives, revealing she and Fujitsuki are now friends, and she visits her apartment regularly. Realizing she's interrupting, Yukimi decides to leave, but cannot find an excuse that doesn't seem rude and ends up staying for coffee. Himuro is disappointed but recovers when Fujitsuki asks to visit their home next time. At work, Komori and Sejima demand to know how the visit went. Later, Himuro and Fujitsuki meet at the train station, both with suitcases. It transpires Himuro and Fujitsuki have been sent on a business trip together, including a restaurant dinner and hotel rooms to Himuro's considerable joy. After their grueling work schedule is over, Himuro sneezes and instantly melts into his child form again. Fujitsuki confirms he has a bad fever from overworking, cancels dinner, and insists on sharing a room so she can look after him. They have an awkward moment when Himuro collapses on top of her on the bed, but the moment passes when their boss telephones them. Fujitsuki completes paperwork while Himuro sleeps, and Himuro feels guilty and works until morning, making himself sleep-deprived. Returning home, Himuro feels guilty from ruining the trip. They pass by the street where they first met and realize they have known each other a whole year. Reminiscing, they admit they are happier from having met each other. After returning to the office, they attend a cherry blossom viewing party with their friends to welcome them home. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more video like this.